Hey Pisces, I'm back, so let's get into it. The underlying theme or overarching energy for the second half of November reading for you is the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Whenever I see this card in reverse, the very first thing I think about is your car keys. The reason I say that is because this is the third card. The three for me represents the astrological third house, which is the house of communication, short distance trips, siblings, cousins, and neighbors. Communication covers your vehicle. It also covers the route that you take. And this right here just looks like a car key to me. Now, you're having the full moon on the 14th or 15th, depending on where you live on the planet, in your third house. So you could lose your car keys or have something dealing with your car, maybe your house keys, something like that. So make sure that you've got them close to you, you know where they're at. That's just a very personal message to maybe one individual, but usually I get confirmation from people when I say something about the keys. With this card, I usually get 3 or 4 different messages, be it via email or through the comments. Oh yeah, I lost my keys, or had to get a new key, or broke my key, or something like that. So be aware of your communication. Be aware of your keys. This can be literal or figurative. Just depends. Key to your heart, key to communication. Understand the keys to communication. It's not just waiting for your turn to speak. It's listening and actually mentally digesting what is being said, analyzing what is being said, critically thinking about what is being said, and then responding. If you are listening just to wait for your turn to talk in the conversation, you are not actively communicating. You may get a surprise in communication, and it may feel as though your world is upside down because of it, because these characters are in the reverse. In the upright, I see this card as like the apprenticeship card, where you need somebody looking over you to make sure that you're doing everything right. This filigree is very important. Looks like it's part of a church or something like that. Maybe a stained glass window that's being worked on. They want to make sure that this is being done properly. But in the reverse, it's like either the workmanship hasn't been done properly, the communication hasn't been done effectively, something to that effect. But like I said, what I think about immediately when I see this card is car keys. Even more so because of the pentacles here. The pentacles represent things that are valuable to us. The pentacles could be spent like money on any living thing or situation. So yeah, just be careful with that. Now, the first card that I pulled for you, which represents the present, that is the Wheel of Fortune upright. And this represents the planet Jupiter. Jupiter is a gas planet, and anything Jupiter touches expands. It can be for good or for bad. So understand that. People think, well, Jupiter's transiting, it's going to be awesome. Well, I mean, yes. I don't want to be a negative Nelly. I don't want to be Debbie Downer or anything, but I mean, the reality of the situation is Jupiter expands whatever it touches. If you've had a lot of good things in your world, then yeah, it could get even better. But if it's not been good or it's not been great, it could get bigger. Lots of hot air, blowing it up. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. I just want to empower you with what I'm seeing. The Wheel of Fortune card is the 10th card in the Major Arcana. The 10 for me represents the Capricorn ruled house of your career, your status, and your reputation. Also, destiny. And dealing with authorities. Authorities can be authority figures in your world, authorities as in the authorities, or an authority in their field, like an expert. Just really depends. But this is an auspicious sign because the Wheel of Fortune is in the upright, meaning things should be going well for you. If they weren't going so great, then I would see it in the reverse, or it would fall in the reverse. This is a general reading, though. That doesn't mean that everybody's going to have sunshine and lollipops. I don't want to be that person. I want to give you the reality that I see it as I see it. For those of you that are having a difficult time and Jupiter is blowing it up, there are silver clouds in the background that indicate there is silver lining for you to learn from in this situation. No matter how emotional it may be for you, you do have the circumstances and the wherewithal within you to dig for that silver lining, but it is up to you to do it. It will not just fall in your lap. I also can't help but see this as the full moon as well. Sometimes I see this as an eclipse card. It really depends on what's going on in the sky, but when I looked at this card, it said, in the back of my head, I heard full moon. So it may be around the full moon that this stuff sorts of pops off or starts to be reinvigorated, or things start to blow up again, just depending on what's going on in your world. The second card that I pulled for you, well, before I get back to that, the last thing I need to tell you is that this is just a change in direction. And because it's in the upright, I see it as good. Now, the second card that I pulled for you represents the past, and it is the Five of Pentacles in reverse. The Five of Pentacles has a lot of meaning that comes to it. I have a lot of meaning that I put into it as well. So let's talk about the traditional meaning. The traditional meaning is that this is a card of lack, a card of needing money, feeling destitute, feeling broke, and with the holiday season fixing to come up, you may be feeling like you're going to be feeling broke. It could be that you are, I mean, with this being in the past, it could be that the Wheel of Fortune is seeing this fate turn for you into something better. Doesn't mean you're going to win the lottery tomorrow, but it doesn't mean that you're going to be eating ramen noodles every day for 3 months. This is the fifth card of the Pentacles set. The 5 for me represents the 5th astrological house, which is ruled by Leo, and that is the house of your creations, your creative abilities, your creative pursuits, anything that you would have skin in the game in, something that you've actually helped bring to life, if you will. This can include your children. This can include romance and dating, those butterflies that you get in your stomach. This is the house of your social life and your pleasure. You may have spent too much on children or creative pursuits. That flame just went out on its own. That has never happened in the 200 and whatever videos I have done. That flame has never gone out during a video, so that may mean something to you. I've got chills because of it. The majority background color of this card, as well as the 3 of Pentacles, is black, so I'm reminded to tell you that it is always darkest before dawn, and that this Wheel of Fortune situation hopefully will turn this feeling of lack, this feeling of destitution, this feeling of need around. Another thing that I see in this card is that this is a card of inequality and a card of each person owning their own path. And the reason I say that is because look at their faces. She and he are going through the same experience. They're both out in the cold. She isn't injured. She's walking with both her feet, but her eyes are down. This individual is injured, walking with crutches, and is looking up. You can be going through the same situation and experience it differently than another human being right there next to you. That's just how we are as people. So don't expect that because you did it, somebody else can. You haven't fully walked their path. You may have taken a step or two along it. Your path may have kind of looked like theirs, but you don't know what that individual's been through. Give them their space. Everyone has a story. Do not discount them. The third card that I pulled for you is the obstacle card. Another 10. You may be dealing with career, status, reputation issues. It could feel like a destined time for you. The 10 of Swords is in the upright for me. It's feeling like you've been stabbed in the back, betrayed by more than one person, or one person more than one time. And you're just done. You're over it. You're completely finished. In the reverse, though, I see it as feeling as though you're walking on pins and needles. Tiptoeing around something. It could also be that you're just experiencing back problems or having back issues, maybe not able to sleep because of your back. The swords represent air sign energy, and the air signs are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. It could be their sun, their moon, or their rising sign. Just depends. I feel like this individual has some fire sign in them because of this red cloak right here. I think all of the colors have important symbology in them, and I read them as such. This has been an emotional time as well because of all of the water in the background. But look, this black again. It's always darkest before dawn. Do you see that? Dawn is breaking. This card is in the reverse. So hopefully these swords are starting to fall away. If you've been going through a grief situation, Pisces, and I know of quite a few Pisceans in my world personally that are going through just devastating grief, these swords hopefully will start to fall away with the pressure of this Wheel of Fortune on top of it. Always darkest before dawn. I didn't reiterate the fact of the pentacle signs being earth signs. The pentacles are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. We are having that full moon in Taurus in your third house, which once again really speaks to this card right here. Third house, pentacles, earth sign, Taurus. Okay, the fourth card that I pulled for you, and this represents the help. This is the Star card. It is a major arcana card. You received 2 major arcana cards in this spread. The Star card represents a zodiac sign of Aquarius. Or being unique, accepting uniqueness. In the upright, it's being inspired and it's being happy. In the reverse, it could be allowing your emotions to flow through you. That's the help that could come for you, specifically Pisces, especially those who are dealing with the grief like I've brought up. This is the 17th card in the Major Arcana. 1 plus 7 is 8. That speaks to the Scorpio ruled house of life, death, and rebirth, primal or basic instincts or human instincts, other people's money, sexuality, regeneration, transformation, and metamorphosis. Now here's where it gets interesting. Because of the 2 cards that you received that were Major Arcana, it was these 2, and this is how it's laid out in front of me. The Wheel of Fortune represents Jupiter. The 10 represents your career, status, or reputation. This card reduces down to the 8, and it's Aquarius. Jupiter is in your 8th house. Jupiter is in your 8th house. So the way that it's laying out is that your sadness and your grief has been immense. But hopefully it looks like these swords will start falling away. The final card that I pulled for you is the 7 of cards, upright. Or the 7 of cards, the 7 of cups. It's early, y'all. 7 of Cups. The 7 represents the Libra ruled house of partnerships and how you identify with others. It's also counseling and open enemies. You've got a lot of blue or black in the background of these cards. Very emotional. It could feel like it's been a very dark time for you. Hopefully with this full moon and Neptune going station direct, these feelings of grief will start to subside some for you. The cups represent water sign energy. The water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. But this card represents just having too many options and not knowing what to do. I also see it as counting your chickens before your eggs hatch. And none of this is promised. It could all be taken away just like poof, it's gone. I think there's going to be some communication around the full moon that's really going to make this reading make a lot more sense. You've got a lot of energy going through your 10th house as well in November, and that's why the 10s, I think, as well have shown up to reinforce that. So, I did the total for these cards, and it totaled up to be 47. 4 plus 7 is 11, and here's where it gets synchronistic again, y'all. Okay, 4 plus 7 is 11. 11 is the 11th house, which is ruled by Aquarius. Hello. Ruled by Aquarius, and it speaks to your friends, your groups, your future wishes, goals, and bucket list type dreams. It's also the house that governs the internet. You may really be dealing with somebody who is an Aquarius or has that Aquarian feel, or somebody online. You may be pouring out your feelings online. But this star card being at the top, with Jupiter being in the 8th, it really feels like there might be either more grief, more secrets, more something coming out that makes you feel like you're not fully out of the woods yet. That doesn't mean that you won't be out of the woods soon, but it just feels like, and this too is kind of what it feels like. We're having Venus move into Capricorn for you, which is your 11th house. You may be getting some news about a friend or something to that effect. And yeah, that's what I'm seeing for that. Let me move on to the oracle cards for you. The first card that you received has a full moon in the background. Distant Shores. Isn't that pretty? The Distant Shore card is the 18th card of the Journey of Love deck by Elena Fairchild. And 1 plus 8 is 9. That represents the astrological 9th house for me. That house is ruled by Sagittarius, and it covers a big area. It's really your view of the world expanded. It's the study of religion, philosophy, foreign languages. It covers foreign people, foreign places, foreign things. It also touches on higher education. It touches on long-distance trips and adventures and questing. Lots to do, right? It's no coincidence to me that the Distant Shore card reduces to the number 9. It could be that you're really feeling a need or want or desire to travel. You don't have any astrological 9th house energy, but you do have Mercury moving in. Well, it doesn't play out as a 9th house for you. It's really 10th house on the paper. However, when I look at the sign that it's in, all of the energy is in Sagittarius. So you may be dealing with possibly a destined trip. That would be pretty awesome. The Distant Shores card, for me, I see as you having a need for travel right now, that you would benefit greatly from travel right now, and that it's a time for you to release your baggage. And that can be your literal baggage, your figurative baggage, emotional baggage. It could be a time for purging. If you move yourself from a place that you're normally at to a different place, even for a day, you can experience energetic shifts and mood changes. Think about it. People who normally stay locked up in their homes aren't exactly the happiest of individuals. They don't have any, energetic shifts for them to go through. They're just kind of in the same stagnant energy. That's not hating on people who like to be home. I'm a homebody, but there's a difference between being a hermit and being a homebody. Embrace the idea of distant shores. The Wheel of Fortune is right here, staring you straight in the face, is the present energy, and that's Jupiter. Destiny could be calling. The second card that you received is a card that has shown up for other signs that I've done mid-month readings for, the Cloak. I feel like secrets are going to be exposed, y'all. This is the 50th card of the Journey of Love deck by Elena Fairchild. 5 plus 0 is 5, and that speaks to the Leo-ruled house of your creativity, your pleasure, your social life, and your children. It's also romance and dating and where you fall in love. There could be secrets coming out about your people in your social life. There could be secrets coming out about people that you know that you hang out with for pleasure. I mean, that's just one interpretation looking at the numbers. But when we look at the card, what I see is that it's time for you to drop the shield. And it's time for you to stop trying to hide. And that it's safe for you to release your grip on whatever it is that you call your security blanket. Whatever it is your security blanket, it's okay to release that. Or to release your grip on it. And that you need to trust in the boundaries that you have made so that they can become stronger and be more empowering for you. But if someone is overstepping their boundaries, it's a time for you to guide them back. The only person who can maintain your boundaries is you. A lot of people like to say, well, I just like to be honest. Well, I mean, there's different types of honesty. And your coworkers don't want to know everything about what you do in your personal life. They don't. They're there to earn a paycheck just like you are. It's nice to want to be friends with them, and I'm not knocking that, but you need to keep... Now is a good time for you to compartmentalize if that's an issue that you've had in the past. Pisces, you have a hard time with boundaries. You just want everybody to get along. I'm not hating. I'm a Scorpio. It can sound like I'm hating, I guess. I'm not. It's coming from love. But, yeah, the final card that you received is Drop into Your Heart. I like this spiral right here. This is the 68th card of the Journey of Love Oracle deck by Elena Fairchild. 6 plus 8 is 14. 1 plus 4 is 5. This speaks again to the Leo-ruled house of your creations, your children, your anything you've got skin in the game in, anything that you've helped bring to life, a romance, a dating situation, something in your social life or how you seek pleasure. When I look at this card, I think that it is time for you to release what it is that is burdening your heart. It's too heavy for you. It's too heavy for you to keep carrying. You've got to release it so that you can make energetic space for new things, new experiences to come in and grow and help uplift you. Holding on to that pain, holding on to that heartache isn't honoring the situation or you. It's hurting you. So, Pisces, it looks like there's going to be something that comes out that really kind of rocks you to your core. Don't drive when you're mad or upset. Take time to breathe. Lean on your friends, but be decisive. And take care of yourself. I hope that you enjoyed this mid-month reading. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you already have, I thank you from the bottom of my very grateful heart.